This is the city of Absalom, the city at the center of the world. Absalom is celebrating the Radiant Festival, a 3-month festival of epic proportions held once every 100 years. The celebration attracts all types: tourists, performers, merchants, inventors, as well as unsavory types, petty thieves, gangs, cults, and criminal enterprises. That's where we come in. We protect and serve. We are the agents of Edgewatch.
Hey everyone, welcome to Roll for Combat, Agents of Edgewatch. I'm your GM and host, Stephen Glicker, and in this week's episode, the agents are nearly complete with the catacombs. Will they finish the catacombs, or will they die in the very last room? Find out this week. So a couple of big announcements. First of all, those who use Path Builder or the Wanderer's Guide to create your Pathfinder 2nd Edition characters, good news, the Battles of Bestiary content is now in both of those guides. That's right. All the new backgrounds, all the new monster part items, as well as the 2 new archetypes, the Monster Mage and the Vestige Hunter. Those are in there this week, totally free for those who use Path Builder or Wanderer's Guide and want to use this cool new content from the cool new Battles of Bestiary. You can. So I think we're the very first third-party material in both of those tools to make it really easy for you. I worked with both teams, and it was actually really easy. And there you go. That is live. That is free. And you can now make your characters using those options. Congratulations. And don't forget, if you want to know all about the very cool Battlezoo Bestiary, check it out at battlezoo.com. And speaking of that, if you saw the Battlezoo Bestiary and thought, man, wouldn't it be cool if I can get my monster in next year's Battlezoo Bestiary and I got paid for this and I got my name in the book and I can tell everyone I made this really cool monster? Well, you can. You just got to go to rpgsuperstar.com and you can submit up to 3 monsters. That's right. Just go there, check it out, make a monster or 2 or 3, submit it, and then it's going to get voted on. You have until December 7th, so you might want to get on that because you're running out of time. And on top of that, if you want to know information about creating monsters, we did a really cool Build a Monster workshop, and we talked about monster creation, and we explained some best practices and some tips and tricks at Nonad1's YouTube channel. So just go to Nonad1's, find the actual episode, just watch it, and you'll get a lot of information. And we're going to be on How It's Played, myself and Mark Seifter, to talk all about, well, pretty much the same material, but different, because it's a different audience and different questions. So we're going to talk more about monsters. So once again, I'm going to tell you, don't wait, because that's it. I'm telling you right now, I don't have any other appearances coming up, so that is it. And of course, if you have questions or you want people to review your monster, feel free to go to the Discord channel. Just go to discord.rollforcombat.com. You can have people check it out, ask questions. I unfortunately cannot answer any of your questions, nor can any of the other judges, but feel free to talk to everyone else. And once again, if you want to order the Battlezoo Bestiary, it is out now. That's right. Just go to battlezoo.com and you can order the PDF right now, and you will have it in your grubby little hands and start using the really cool monster part system and the monsters. The monsters themselves are awesome. And you can also get the book. That's right, the really cool book, and you get the PDF for free. So if you order the book, you get the PDF. So check that out. Just go to battlezoo.com. As for the show this week, well, this is it. This is the final episode for Book 2. Finally. This is one of those, hopefully it made a good podcast, because it was a absolutely gargantuan dungeon. When I saw the book and I realized, okay, there's 41 pages of this adventure dedicated to just the catacombs, I realized, yeah, this is going to be a long dungeon crawl. And I was excited because I do like dungeon crawls. And even now I was like, okay, enough. I'm kind of sick of the dungeon crawl. Let's get to main story and brass tacks. And book three is fascinating because They always change it up. They always mix it up. And there's some really, really cool set pieces in Book 3. Book 3 also is vastly different than Book 2. Book 2 obviously was a lot of fighting, and I mean a lot of fighting. Book 3, not so much. Well, don't get me wrong, there's fighting in Book 3, but the vast majority of Book 3 is going to be a heavy role-playing and heavy discussions. I'm not going to spoil it, but it goes in a very, very different direction. If you notice, Book 1 was a combination of role-playing and combat, like 50-50, I would say. Book 2 was a lot more combat. It was pretty combat heavy. I meant there was a little bit of investigation, but there was a ton of combat. Book 3, I would say, goes the other way. There's a lot of investigation, like a lot. And that is more of a mystery book with a lot of role-playing. So I'm very much looking forward to see how they handle a true mystery, where they're going to actually have to hunt down clues, get information, talk to people, get some backgrounds, and really play out their characters. So it's going to be a big change of pace, but a good one, because they're really good at that stuff. And especially people like Gomez, who have invested heavily in the role-playing aspects, will really be able to come out and shine, as well as Basil, because Basil's also done that. So look forward to that next week, the start of a brand new book, and, well, assuming the characters live, the characters that you all know and love now getting into yet more trouble. But with that, let's get to this week's show notes. Show notes this week, a couple of things. First of all, let's talk about PAX Unplugged. PAX Unplugged is coming to Philadelphia. I believe it's the second week of December. I am going to be there, so anyone who's going, let me know. PAX Unplugged is really good. It's a fun convention. It's a little different than all the others because it's heavy into board games. There's definitely role-playing games there, but really heavy into board games, and I kind of like it. I kind of like the whole board game vibe. Some of these conventions you go to are like video games or role-playing games or wargaming or some mixture of both, but this one is board games and mostly board games. Well, there's role-playing and everything else, but heavy board games, and there's a huge area where you can play board games. Now, again, Gen Con and all these other conventions have it, but they have it really well organized at PAX Unplugged. It's hard to explain, but they have a whole system where if you need players or if you need people to teach you the games or you need to find people who know how to play or you want to teach other people how to play, they have it all worked out. It's really, really good. Anyhow, if anyone is going to PAX Unplugged, I will be there, as well as a lot of other people from Roll From Combat, as well as a lot of other people that I know. So let me know if you're heading out there. Just go to the Discord channel, hook up with me, and, maybe we can say hi to each other and play a game together. Also, don't forget RPG Superstar. It's ending soon, so you want to get your monsters in. You don't want to wait till the last second, so go to rpgsuperstar.com and make your monsters. I mean, unless you don't want to get paid and published and get famous, don't enter. Fine by me, but you probably want to. Also, check out the Patreon. That's right. Just go to patreon.rollfromcombat.com, and for $5, you can listen to all the shows early. You can chat with us during the live shows. It's a whole lot of fun, and they are quite a lively crowd. Just go to patreon.rollfromcombat.com and check that out. And of course, don't forget the Discord channel. Discord channel where you can play games, hang out with other people, have any questions about any of the books or the Battlezoo system or monster parts or anything like that, head on over and ask your questions. I will help you out, no problem. Anyhow, with that, let's get to this week's exciting episode. Last we left off, you went downstairs and confronted the Skinner, and she tried to skin you and hogtie you, and then skin you while you're hogtied, and you managed to defeat her, oh so barely. In fact, it looked pretty dire for Lomang, but Lomang, summoning inner strength that not even he knew he had, was able to break the chains and take her out. And now you are all sitting around, covered in gore and blood, and Went Disasprion, aka the Skinner, is lying dead. Or is she? Basil, you notice that she's still breathing, and you realize, maybe, just maybe, you should probably bring her in alive.
All right. Well, I point this out to the others. I say, look, she's still alive. We probably ought to bind her up or something.
Jason McDonald is playing Basil Blackfeather, a Tengu empiricist investigator.
I have manacles.
Chris Beamer is playing Lo Mang, an orc tiefling monk of the Crane style.
I really want to pull the old Monty Python Holy Grail. I'm feeling better. I got better. I just go back and just bonk him on the head. Can't we do something? Just bonk him on the head.
Seth Lipton is playing Gomez, a goblin elementalist sorcerer.
I agree.
Yeah, like just a description. Is she like? Does she fit in manacles? I forget. Is she undead? I can't remember.
John Statz is playing Cadet Dougie McDougal, a human ruffian rogue.
No, she is just a gigantic half-orc. She's just monstrously large, but she will fit in manacles. You might have to put two manacles together. You know how they do that when they handcuff the manacles to the manacles to make it extra long? But don't forget, there's 10 guys upstairs waiting to take her in.
That's right. Okay,
so
yeah.
you have a whole cadre with you.
Okay, so let's
you can
take her up.
She's unconscious, so now is the time
Yeah,
before she
yeah.
wakes up and starts getting.
You should take her own chain and tie her up with that.
Oh yeah. But she might have control of that. She's a plus size girl. I think we should use those double manacles and
rope. I have rope also.
send her upstairs. Send her
All right.
to the boys upstairs. They'll process her for processing.
Wait, I forget.
Fingerprinter.
Did we do a thorough search of this downstairs area?
No.
Oh,
when we
that's
last
right.
left off, you literally fought her, and
That's
you see
right.
where you are. You are in the entranceway. You got past. Well, you got past 5 feet of the entranceway. There is still the entire lower level to do. So you're still in the spiral staircase location. Basil went down the hall and came back.
He
He,
did.
I think, is the only one who actually went anywhere. So now I'll give you some explanations. The 4 guys covered in veins are just meat bags on the floor, just spilling guts and viscera everywhere. Her, on the other hand, you see that she has that big old cleaver. Look at the size of that cleaver. That cleaver is bigger than your longsword. I mean, the thing is gigantic. So she has this huge, gigantic cleaver that has runes on it that's glowing. She has these weird rings on her. She has hide armor that also has runes all around it. She has the spiked chain, one of which is broken because somebody broke the chain. That's right, Lo Mang broke the chain. So there's only one modified spiked chain left, and that's what you see on her. Someone's going to have to kind of go through her pockets, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think somebody needs to restrain me because John Doe has the upper hand, and I have seen what's in the box, and I want to kill her. So I think I need to be restrained.
Gomez, get a hold of yourself. You're a cop, man.
Yes, I need a good talking to. I need to be brought back to my senses. It's been too traumatic, all of this.
Well, she'll get what she. At the end of the day, we can't cheat the hangman.
That is true. That is true.
Let's get his due.
The hangman
Live with that as well.
is dope.
Besides, she's still got to pay her taxes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh,
That's right. Back
That's
to-
right. I want to be there for that. What kind? Can we actually look at the runes on an object, or is that a?
that is Mr. Basil who can figure out what these items
2
are.
seconds.
We're only giving you a few seconds to figure out every one of these runes.
Yeah, start handing me items, and I'll start identifying them.
Dun, 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 dun.
He's already
It's
done.
the lightning round.
He's done by now. He's like, what, really? He's figuring them out as fast as you hand them to him.
John, you can't make the Jeopardy sound. There's a big scandal going on right now.
Is there?
There is.
Thank God.
So I'm going to tell you something funny while we're talking. So I was talking to Patrick, who designed this dungeon, and I told him that the way you managed to antagonize her was saying that you were from the tax office. and he
That's
thought
very funny.
that was delicious.
Oh, that's
That was
good.
the funniest thing ever. He was very amused by your tactics. So there you go.
Got to pay your taxes.
The cleaver is a +1 striking cleaver, which functions as a orc neck splitter without the orc trait. If you want to look that up,
Ooh.
that is a crazy, crazy weapon.
So it's an orc neck splitter that anybody can use.
I'm an orc, so
Well, let's see. Orc neck splitter is a weapon. Let's look it up. It is uncommon, forceful, orc sweep. It is an advanced melee weapon, not a regular weapon. So if you have the ability to use advanced melee weapons, you can use that.
I do.
do
Some
not.
people
I
can,
don't think.
some people can, some people cannot. However, it does have +1 striking, which, is never a bad thing. Jason, you notice the rings also look quite delicious.
I will attempt to test the flavor of the rings and see how delicious.
You tested with your little beak and little tongue. I taste the magic.
Shiny baubles.
That was right. You're like the crow. Literally, you are the crow. Oh, wait, I'll give this to you in chat, Jason, and you can tell people what it is. While you read that over, you see some more funness. You see the armor. The armor is so easy to figure out. You look at it and you're like, oh, that's +1 hide armor. So +1 if anyone needs a +1 on their armor. There you go. You also notice that she has a keychain on her.
Oh, we'll need that. Is it
Yeah.
magical?
It is
But
not.
we'll need it anyway. She has rings too.
Well, that's what he's just looking
Oh,
at.
wow.
Oh.
This is interesting, and Dougie may be very interesting to Dougie. These are doubling rings.
Oh, I
They're
want
basically a pair of rings that, if you wield a weapon with runes in one hand with the ring on it, and then if you have a weapon in the other hand, those same runes apply to the other weapon.
Oh, wow.
So you basically only the potency and the striking. You don't get any sort of like property
Shifting.
runes.
Yeah. Oh, yep.
So, but you'd get like the +1 you'd get a free +1 striking that way.
Yeah, we'll sell that.
And as someone who does dual wield, you'd probably be the likely candidate.
I mean, honestly, the way that would we'll keep it for this thing. But honestly, the runes they're such high tiers that as soon as I get one, boom,
Here's the thing, though: it's only 50 gold,
Oh,
unless they're greater. But if I assume they're regular ones. If they're regular ones, they're only 50 gold. Whereas when you get to like a +2, when we get a +2 rune, I think or the next damage rune, I think
That's
you'd
true.
You'd probably want to double that
yeah,
for free.
that is insane because if you get a +2 weapon, you get a +2 rune on your main
yeah,
weapon,
that's 50 gold.
your
only.
man gosh automatically gets +2.
Yeah.
And a +2 rune is like, what, 1,000 gold or something
Yeah.
insane? So
That's-
instead of spending 1,000 gold, you spend 50 gold,
Yeah.
and suddenly you have a +2 on both weapons. But yeah, you should sell that, because,
Yeah.
that's garbage.
And get
That's garbage.
25. And
No,
get
Steve
25.
will feel
Yeah,
bad
yeah.
if we sell
You
that.
sure?
We don't want.
You
We
sure?
want them to think. That
I don't
we're
want you to
using
have
some of the
+2 on
blue.
both your weapons. I don't want you to make your. I don't want you to
Dude, I'm so
make the
far away
other
from
people.
+2.
I don't think you want to make Lomang feel inadequate because
I already
he's
feel
gonna-
Yeah, so-
inadequate. I mean, there's
Actually-
such an advantage to using weapons, as I'm learning.
Two kind of little extra things to note. Number one is the greater doubling rings also replicate the property runes, but that's not
Oh,
the one we
okay.
have. And then just as a flavor thing, basically you've got the gold ring with a ruby in it as the main ring that you put on the hand that has the magic weapon, and then there's like just a boring iron ring, and that's the one you put on the hand without the plain weapon.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Must be nice if you have weapons.
You have a weapon. You realize that,
I
right?
know, my whole body is a weapon. I'm registered as a lethal weapon. My
You
hands.
are no. You have hand wraps, and on the hand wraps you can put runes. You just don't. You have a
I do have
+1.
runes.
You have +1 striking.
I do.
Yeah. So yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. If you got the doubling rings, you can put it on your hands and then put it on your feet, and then voila. You know who could even use it? Even Gomez could use it because he has the +1 hand wraps for his teeth. So there you go.
It is really funny though. I've yet to bite anything. Ever.
Yet.
He never
Okay,
will.
that is.
I
all...
threaten it. I constantly threaten it because I can flank, but I never actually do it.
Okay, so that's all you find of worth on her. You did find a key. So, and 1 spike chain, which is like almost worthless, but might as well take
It's
it.
just a normal item, right?
Yeah, it's worth a whopping 3 gold. So there you go. So you can sell for 1.5. Woohoo! But you want to disarm her. So +1 striking cleaver, doubling rings, +1 hide armor, a key, and a modified spike chain. And she's still unconscious. What are you going to do? You still have there's still a lot of area to go.
Tie her up, bind her up, take the stuff that the magic, and I think we have to escort her upstairs,
Yes.
right? And actually, I would think we should escort all the way out of the dungeon just to make sure.
We got 10 people upstairs. They're
Yeah, she might be able to kill them all if she
No.
ever wakes up.
she's manacled. I mean, if we can't trust ourselves to truss her up, then we oughta go back in.
Yeah,
You could
well,
say that
cadet
you
school.
use your manacles, you use your rope, and then you use like part of your gi. You're like tearing it off and like I'm just putting everything on her. I'm just make sure that she has no way to get free whatsoever. But she's out of it for at least a little while. So I think they'll at least be able to get her into the paddy wagon. So
That's
do you
good
do
enough.
that?
Are we going to hand wave for healing
Well-
while we do that?
Okay, so you bring her upstairs.
Yeah.
The Grey Cloaks are stunned. Stunned, I tell you. The captain is like, oh, you captured her? Alive?
She came to us. How about that?
And you survived? Are all 4 of you still living?
Yeah, we're doing pretty good. I don't think we had too much trouble. Although, I don't remember. So, I'll say
I'm
that
not
anyway.
feeling great. I'm badly wounded, but it was one for the ages. The bards will sing for many years.
Yes. Capturing such a prestigious murderer. This is gonna bring great acclaim to the Grey Cloaks and Edgewatch, as well as yourselves. Oh, this is gonna be publicized and the trial of the century. This is unbelievable. I can't believe okay, we're gonna get her in right away and make sure she's thoroughly debriefed and we get all the information because we have not seen a serial killer of her like since my entire time at the Grey Cloaks. This is unbelievable.
She's
I can't even
extremely
believe it.
dangerous, so be extreme caution.
Don't worry, we're gonna send 6 guards just to bring her over, and then I'll have more people meet me outside. This is fantastic.
And I wouldn't count on those murder charges sticking, but what you want to run with is her tax evasion. That's going to put her
Exactly.
away.
Oh, don't
More than
worry.
you had on Capone.
Don't worry, there's gonna throw the book at her. We don't fool around here with the Grey Cloaks. Every single thing she's ever done is gonna be brought up against her. And justice here is swift in Absalom. I presume she will go to court and be brought in front of the judge within the week.
Wow. That
Good.
is- take her to the kangaroo court.
No kangaroo court here, but not even necessary. Can you see the amount of crimes she committed?
Oh God, yes. She's a complete. Yes, it's open and shut case, 100%.
Yeah. The evidence of
we
tax
will-
evasion is everywhere.
We do have to see if there are any stragglers, so we're gonna heal up a little bit and then go back down and investigate further what's down.
Yes. There's many missing people still. I'm sure there's some people down there. Please hurry up and investigate the rest. And be careful down there, because I'm sure she has that place trapped through the nines.
That's why we have Dougie,
Yep. So we heal up.
Private Dougie.
Sure, you can heal yourselves up. Do the hand wave heal. Say you spend 20 minutes, whatever you want. And, well, here you are. You're downstairs. You're in the little room, the hallway to the blood room. You got a hallway to the south. You name it. You tell me.
I wish I could move Dougie's character because I'm gonna put up like you. You're gonna go first, right?
I'm gonna look through this dirt here. Is there dirt? Is this a collapse To the north wall,
that is
there's a
dirt
collapse.
on the floor, and you look through the dirt, and it has worms.
Oh, hey, Basil, we got worms over here, in case you're hungry.
So I think Basil is examining the worms for a couple of minutes.
Basil's like, worm sign.
All right. Looks like I'm going to be doing the investigation lead.
Are you looking for traps?
Yeah.
Where's Gomez? He needs to be number 2.
I am here.
Gomez, are you going to start to go to the front more and like you did before a couple weeks ago?
I think those days are over.
Really?
We're at the part now. We're at the part of the power curve where it's not fun in games. It's
That's
no
serious business.
there's no like. It's like it's looking like it. You know how that power curve goes where the disparity between hit points and defenses and stuff gets kind of so dramatic that the little squishy cloth caster like me,
Yep.
forget it. You can't
You get one
play.
shot.
You can't play. You can't play now. You can't play.
Got to use caution.
Yeah, I dispute that. That doesn't make a lot of sense, but okay.
Well, it's good you're going first because
All right,
you got to find the traps.
All right, so Steve, if you're all set up,
I am set up. I'm
right.
ready.
Dougie's going to lead the way, searching for traps.
You see no traps. I mean, it's
And
gross
he's
down
going to
here.
go down to this doorway over here and
All
search
right.
for traps on the
Okay,
doorway.
You search for traps. The only thing you find is it stinks. Like, I mean,
Ugh.
this entire place stinks. I mean, you have literally a swimming pool of blood and gore and viscera to the southwest.
And this room is bad. Wow.
You can tell this room is something. It stinks to high heaven from this room.
Well, Dougie is he has the best fortitude save in the party, so
According to our map, that's going to lead to the prison. The question mark, though.
oh, well, we want to free prisoners, so that's perfect. He's going to open the door.
You open the door.
Uh-oh.
Blood, filthy rags, and smeared excrement fill the corners of this rectangular chamber where the flagstone floor tiles meet the wall. Chained to the wall in varying states of distress are 10 naked humanoid captives, some forced to stand with their hands shackled above their heads, others down low with all 4 limbs chained to the wall's bottommost bricks. It is just a hall of horrors.
Oh, my God.
Wow. But they're alive. They're alive.
Yes, you think so, but you get hit in the face with such a stench that it's beyond overpowering. Dougie, you walk in, they all sort of look up to you, and they're just so weak, and they've obviously been tortured to levels that you can't even imagine. They're all naked, and they're all chained to the walls or the floor. What do you do?
He says, "Hey guys, do you want to get out of here?"
Help us, help us.
I don't have any healing.
You have medicine.
I could have. Oh yeah, you know what? I do have medicine checks. I'm gonna heal the first 2 people to the east. I'm gonna heal these guys with a medicine roll.
Help us.
Does that apply in this situation?
Free me, please help. Sure, they're like all about to die, so go right ahead.
All right, I'm gonna.
It's not like you don't have someone here with magic who can just like heal everyone, but
Well,
you know.
yeah, like it seems to be better to just do my cantrip stabilization on everybody and then and haul them out.
But you would have to be in the room to do that, though. So
I can do that.
yeah.
You seem to be way
Yeah.
in the. Oh, there he is.
Oh,
Okay,
there he
Gomez-
is. He's there.
Gomez saunters into the room, and for a goblin, this is just the bad part of town. Yeah, it's gross, but nothing you haven't seen before.
So I stabilize everybody.
Okay, you go around, you stabilize everyone. They're all looking to you, and they're all like just crying with relief, and they can't even believe that you're here to save them. Some of them are scared, and some of them are not. There's one man, a middle-aged, starving man, a male half-orc, with one eye swollen shut and deep lacerations all over his face. And he seems to be the only one with any sense of what's going on.
I speak to him in Orcish. I say, brother, what happened?
Oh, thank the gods you've come. I'm Jimby, and I'm exhausted from the unspeakable torments we've been subjected to over the past week. I don't even know how long I've been here, but people have been coming in and going out and never seen again. I don't know. I've seen dozens of people go through here in the past week. I don't even know how I'm still alive. Luck of the gods, I think. Please help us. Please. Everyone here is on their last legs.
How did you all come to be here? Were you kidnapped from the festival?
Yes, I owed a lot of money to the wrong type of people. This gang called the Washboard Dogs. I saved up a sizable investment to pay them off, but when I met them at the appointed time and place beneath a footbridge in the docks district, the gangsters ambushed me. They took my money and beat me unconscious. And when I came to, I was tied up in this chamber with other prisoners, naked. I don't know. Since then, I've just been beaten and gone through unspeakable horrors. That's all I know.
We have keys. I'm gonna try that one. What was that? Half orc. What was her name?
The Skinner.
The Skinner. She doesn't have like a proper name.
She does, but hold on
Rent.
a second.
Rent Desparion.
Yeah.
I just
Rent?
said it. Yeah, Rent. Rent
Okay.
Desparion.
WRENT.
Oh, okay. Rent's keys.
Rent.
I'm going to see if they fit into the shackles of this gentleman.
Click. You manage to unshackle him.
Ah.
And he jumps up and gives you a big hug. He's like, thank you. You are now covered in unspeakable filth, by the way. So.
That's okay. You know what? You're a cop. You got to deal with stuff. So, this is nothing I haven't seen in the streets.
He's literally crying. And he's like,
Okay.
please get us out of here. Please. Oh, they're all crying now. All the prisoners are all crying.
Okay,
begging
so you guys, you know what? You guys unlock these guys. Dougie's gonna escort this guy upstairs. He's gonna carry him.
Oh, I think we need to escort them all up and
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Let's get them all the hell out of here. Get them back to the station.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, you want to free them all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Free them all, yeah.
I know.
Wow.
I mean, we could
Pretty generous.
I know,
free
Dougie-
only one out of
Dougie's like,
10.
well,
never
you
even
And he's
occurred
like,
to me.
You know, the head of this cult is dead. There's a big power vacuum right about now.
So, we could decimate them.
Well, we unlock their little locks, I guess, manacles.
They all are breaking down in racking sobs, just so exhausted and thrilled that you're helping. Some of them you have to literally carry out.
Yeah.
They're so weak. and
Lucky
exhausted.
Dougie is strong enough he can carry two at once. He's going to do that up the stairs and bring these guys to the
Yeah, let's bring them
the
out.
guard
Up and out.
upstairs.
Up and out.
Dougie, don't throw them in your bag of holding. No.
No, not on the bag of holding. One over each shoulder.
Do they want to wash up in the pool of blood first? Or
Ooh.
No.
Clean. Maybe that'll revitalize them. We should throw them
Yes.
in the pool and revitalize them.
I mean, we've seen people hanging out in that pool.
You bring them up, and sure enough, there is the Grey Cloaks to take them. They're horrified by everything
Elizabeth
they see.
Bathory.
They immediately bring them all out and start escorting them. There's more Grey Cloaks coming in. It looks like after the Skinner was escorted, it looks like half the district is showing up to help you out. So they are guarding the rear with the gear while you take care of business.
Gomez, can you hit me up with a prestidigitation, please? Clean up this film.
Oh, I don't know. Gomez is mumbling to himself, and you can overhear his mumbling is like, "We should just kill them all. It's too horrible. We should just kill them all."
Gomez, get a hold of yourself,
Your
man.
badge is starting to like wake up a little. Finally,
Yeah, like it's like he's starting to lose it a little bit. It's a little bit.
He's seen too many things.
a little too much for him.
Yes, it's not post-traumatic stress. It is just traumatic stress.
I know, it keeps getting worse and worse.
Yes.
Well, you are a goblin. You have been in rooms filled with excrement and naked, humanoids
that's
before.
part of it. It's like he's never seen things this horrible. Like it's gone even beyond the pale of what a goblin could imagine.
Although I have seen you eat things that would make a billy goat upchuck.
That's true.
It's true. Sharky is our
Yes.
he's our personal
right.
chef.
Well, you're almost done with this place. You got only a few more rooms left. Where
What
do you
about this door? There's a door in this room.
Yeah, Dougie's not going to do that door. He knows the layout of this place. That's one less door we have to go through. I'm going through the hallway.
Okay.
The bubbling pool of thick, half-coagulated blood takes up the center of this rectangular, 20-foot-tall chamber. The pool is set into the floor tiles, and the faint outline of shallow stairs can be seen through its murky contents, though the blood's depth is indiscernible. The ceiling features a bloodstone iron grate, which you know goes above you, which allows views of the pool below. Dozens of long chains hang from this iron grate, each one tipped with a serrated hook the size of a human's hand. So you see, it's just like a jungle gym, but instead of ropes, it's iron
It's
hooks.
Hellraiser.
It's Hellraiser.
Yeah,
it's Hellraiser.
You walked into Hellraiser.
You can just say it's Hellraiser. Yeah, this is wow.
Such sights to show you.
Lomang,
No.
you think, you know what? If you wanted to, you could probably like jump and like use those hooks as like cool obstacle course. You could like American Ninja Warrior.
Monkey
cross.
bars. Yeah.
Yeah, if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Hanging chains, they're pretty cool.
kinda grim.
Yeah. I'm curious of what could be in that pool,
Yeah, I know. I am too.
right? But
It's fairly deep. You can see it's at least 3 feet deep in the middle. And you're thinking about it like, okay, the amount of creatures to fill up a pool 10 feet by 30 feet and 3 feet deep, you can't even imagine. I mean, they must
know.
have been killing hundreds of people to fill up this pool.
and it probably had to be done constantly because it's not water. You know, I mean, it's gonna
It's gonna rot.
crust over and rot and stuff. It's nasty.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
Have you ever heard of Elizabeth Bathory?
No.
I have.
Yeah, this
Ah.
is what that is. I can't believe they didn't name an NPC after her. She's a serial killer in the medieval times. She wanted to drench herself in blood of peasants women.
It was like she was a living example of the vampire lord of the castle,
basically.
where she would just she would just go to the village, get maids, and periodically kill some, drain their blood, and bathe in their blood.
Wow. That's grim.
She believed it kept her young. All right,
Yeah.
so Dougie's going to let's see. Do you guys want a Rochambeau to see who jumps in and checks out the pool?
That's really funny.
I mean, don't you have like underwater talents?
No, I didn't take one.
I thought you had skills.
I don't have underwater fighting for this one.
I think you had something like along those lines.
No, we're all pretty much on the even ground on this.
Who has the Basil? Don't you have detect magic?
I don't know if I have that slot. Even if I have it, I don't know if I have it slotted.
Isn't it a cantrip?
Well, yeah.
I mean, I know.
No, according to this, you do not have it slotted. You have light, produce flame, ray of frost, and shield. You do not have.
Oh well.
There you go. Well, you can look, and using your eagle eyes, you don't see anything in the blood. I mean, it's a little hard to see, like right in the center, because it's 3 feet deep, and it is bubbling. But at least around the edges, you don't see anything.
It's bubbling in the center.
It's bubbling the whole pool, and Basil realizes, oh, that's odd. It's bubbling, and
Yeah.
this must be magical, at least partially magical, because There appears to be nothing. There's no bubblers. It's not
It's
like
a jacuzzi.
It's a jacuzzi.
It's a blood
Alright.
jacuzzi.
Dougie is going to stick his finger into the blood. See
Oh,
what
really?
happens. Yeah.
Roll the fortitude save.
Okay, you put your finger in the blood.
His
and-
pinky finger.
Your
He's
pinky
not gonna
finger.
Use a finger he needs.
Okay, well, we can now call him Nine Finger Dougie.
Oh, dang it.
Dougie of the 9 fingers and the ring of doubling.
Oh, doubling.
No, you're fine. But you can tell there's something weird about this blood. It doesn't. There's something wrong. There's something wrong with this blood. Like you don't want to go in it.
Really?
Well, I mean, you could, but it's
probably disease.
It's something wrong. There's
Probably
something
got
wrong.
diseases.
All
and
right.
stuff.
I'm going to wipe off my finger on
It's actually hard to
Lorraine's
come off. It's hard to come off.
loincloth. Like,
Yeah, the blood will it's kind of like congealing. It's sticking to your finger.
gross.
I feel like this should be drained
I'm
somehow.
glad I did not jump in.
You can drink it.
Really?
No.
No.
You could.
I mean,
Well, that would be a
you're
goblin
wrong.
or a basil thing.
Does there look like there's any mechanism to drain it?
No,
Okay.
no, none.
It's old Woody version
Yeah.
3.
Is there
Bloody
any?
Woody?
Yeah, Bloody Woody with celery.
Wow.
Wounded.
So there's
Woody.
no effects along the wall or anything.
Oh, let's see the walls. Nope. This is a horrible room. It looks like, it is literally the bathing pool of blood. The room is pretty nondescript. I mean, there's blood all around. There's blood on the floor because she was bathing in it, and those things were walking around. So there's footprints everywhere. Now to the southwest, you see another very interesting room. Dun dun dun. There's tons of blood going down these hallways, by the way, and there's rivers of dried blood going into this room to the southwest.
Oh, let's follow that one. Hey guys, let's go to the southwest. I see some blood trails. I'm searching for traps as we go, of course.
Okay, so Basil, you notice that there seem to be like small channels in the ground, and it seems to be leading from this room into the pool.
From the room to the south? From the south?
Yes.
That's where they stick the pigs
All right,
and drain
so-
them.
I'll point that out to everybody else.
So I
Dougie,
thought they drained people above and flowed through the grates.
Yeah, so did I, but
Hey, it's
Rivers of blood.
as you walk into this strangely diagonal room, thick rivulets of sticky, dried blood coat every inch of the twisted altar at the head of this diamond-shaped worship chamber. The altar itself consists of a large humanoid statue of stone cloaked in flowing robes and wearing a one-eyed mask. In one hand, the figure wields a short sword. In its other, a wicked shaving razor, which is made out of metal and ivory and looks to have been placed in the statue's otherwise empty hand. Basil, you recognize immediately that this is a profound altar to Norgabur, the god of greed, secrets, poison, and murder.
in tax evasion.
Yeah, all manner of tax evasion.
So this is something we're gonna desecrate. That is something that we're gonna.
Well, it looks like that weapon comes off.
Well, I don't know. That doesn't look like a safe. If you want to take it, you can try.
I mean, statues, be careful.
Yeah.
All right, I'll focus my arcane sight on the weapon and determine if it has an aura and read its properties.
The
It does.
razor in the statue's hand has an aura around it, and it is magical.
Really?
Not the sword. The sword is part of the statue. It looks like that razor was literally placed in the statue's empty hand, and it appears to just be a wicked shaving razor made of metal and ivory and has some runes on it.
I see. And so I learn at School of Magic.
do an identify without
I'm just
picking
going
it
to
up.
tell you. I'm just going to tell you. In theory, you're supposed to, but I don't care. It's a +1 striking war razor. There we go. That's what it is.
All right, that goes in the kitty, I think. Yes.
Well, I'm going to use the tip of my weapon to knock it out of the statue's hand.
You knock it out, and poof, it goes on the floor, and nothing happens. You're totally
Okay.
fine.
All right, so you guys can take that and put that in there. I'm going to desecrate this statue's face. I'm going to turn my weapon into a hammer. And, well, I don't know if we should do this now.
Well, I would search for secret. Let's search for. I'm gonna search for.
Oh, where does the trail of blood go on this end?
Yeah.
Wait, what's the statue made out of? Excuse me.
It's just stone. It's like a stone statue. You can buy this in any antique store. It's like traditional Norgaber statue. You can get it at QVC, whatever.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Costco has the Kirkland Norberger statue.
Chock
There you go.
full of gods.
You're not exactly sure. I mean, you can find anything at Absalom. It obviously is a Norgaber statue. There's just blood everywhere, and Basil thinks there's something. It looks like that. Yeah, they probably sacrificed people upstairs and drained them of their blood, but this looks like an actual sacrificial altar to Norgaber, and probably some profane rituals were done here that were a little bit more personal, as opposed to just the meat processing plant upstairs.
I check for secret doors.
That's a good idea. I will also do that.
You check around the base. Traditionally, that's where things like that can be found. You look around, there appears
behind
to be,
it.
and behind it, all that normal stuff. Other than the entire thing just coated and caked in blood, there's nothing here you can see that is secret, and it just looks like it was just an altar.
Dougie's going to change his weapon with the shifting room to a hammer, and he's going to hit the head of Norgerberg with all his might and try to break it off at the neck.
Oh, wow. Let's see how this works. Let's see if you can actually do it.
Oh,
Oh, look at that. It's a pretty good roll. Sure, I'll say that you snap it off, and it's like a baseball, and you just hit a home run, and it goes flying across the room.
you could tear the whole statue down to the ground, right?
I think
sure.
just the head and probably the sword, too. The sword should be easier. If I can do a neck, the sword ought to
Yeah,
be
you can knock the sword right out. This thing is like, it's not like made out of iron or anything.
Yeah.
It's not the greatest
Watch
statue.
Norgaber.
Gomez is bumbling under his breath. It's not enough. It's not enough. There is no punishment. There is no justice. There's nothing we can do that would balance the scales of this. There's nothing we can do. It's just not enough.
Get a hold of yourself, man.
Yeah, I mean, I like the destruction of this thing, but watch your back, because Norgorber could come up from the bowels of hell to give you a hard time about that.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think he's pretty much.
I think he's one of those guys who actually came from Absalom.
Yeah, I think so.
He came from the Starstone, right?
Yeah, he's
yeah.
one of the three. He's one of the three Starstone gods. So.
Yep.
Well, it was a pleasure to deface his idol. He's a bad, lawless god, and Dougie doesn't like him.
All right, so if you go up and to the left, it's living quarters and a sewing room and then a meat locker.
What about along this wall right here? Dougie's going to go from here to here to here, searching for secret doors.
All right, you walk around the various corridors. You
The
see nothing.
southeast room.
Yeah, there's nothing secret. You're looking around. I mean, this is a pretty small level, and it looks like.
Well, remember,
this
we have
was-
Danicus's map as well, and the map.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
oh no,
I
you
guess
can
there could be.
spend
I guess
time.
there could be doors he doesn't know about.
Yeah.
No, you look, and there's nothing. You spend a good 10 minutes banging and knocking, and this is all solid. This is very heavily reinforced and old. So you're like, no, there's no secret doors here. Nope.
All right, well, I'm searching over here. I mean, he also said there's traps, and we haven't seen a single solitary trap.
Speaking of which, we haven't found Gubbs yet, have we?
Well, you might have found Gubbs.
Or we
You
might have accidentally killed Gubbs.
Well, you might have killed them. We'll find out later. Right now, no, you still haven't found him officially. Officially, that is.
I'm searching for traps on the door, and then I'm going to open it.
You try to look for traps. You see no traps. And you can open this door if you wish.
I like.
You
According to the
open
map,
door.
this should be the living quarters.
Okay, you walk in, or you can.
All right, I'm running in.
You run in.
Charging
These
in.
simple living quarters sport a bed, an empty bookshelf, and a low table with a chair. A thin layer of loose brown hair coats the tiles around the bed. North of the bed, various iron and stone tools of unknown purpose. Small anvils, small crushing balls, iron bars fitted with stones on either end lie in a scattered heap around a low stone bench.
Torture implements, I guess.
In addition, there's a door to the north, and you can hear coming from that doorway music. Very loud music.
On our map, that's called the sewing room.
Oh, we
Alright.
need to get ready because the one person we haven't found is Mobana. She was like a halfling tiefling, and she was in charge of like making some of the sewn constructs or whatever. So there's probably an enemy in this next room.
What does this door look like? Does it look sturdy or flimsy?
Or to the north?
Yes, the only door. Oh, actually, yes. There's two doors. Yeah, the door directly north that we haven't
Gomez,
explored.
whatever's behind that door, should we arrest it? Innocence in there.
Yeah, there might be innocence.
I don't think there's anything that's innocent here anymore.
Oh, yeah, no one's
That is
innocent
true.
anymore.
Death is a better
You
fate.
might want to summon your sphere. The sphere.
Oh,
that,
the flaming sphere.
Yeah, the flaming sphere, before we actually do that. But I want to get a description of this door to see if this is something that I could just bull rush and just smash through. We got to be dramatic. This has got to be.
The door? You're not sure. You're gonna have to look a little closer. You can't do it from 30 feet away.
Oh, yeah, okay.
All right,
yeah.
fair enough. You go to the door. This appears to be a pretty strong reinforced door, and you think it might be locked.
Dang it. All right, I check for traps as quietly as I can.
Well, you don't have to worry because from here you can hear the music is extremely loud from just this side. So you don't know what's going on. But yeah, it doesn't appear to be trapped, but it does appear to be locked.
Okay, this is where I take over. Or the three of you who could also do the same thing that I'm doing. So I'm going to try to open traps or pick the lock. Disable
All right,
device.
while he's doing that,
Oh, really? Okay.
I take the feather token whip into my hand and and probably a third level healing scroll, I think.
You
Yes,
told me.
third level healing.
Yeah, I've
Oh,
reset.
actually, no, I have my
weapons,
staff.
by the
Never
way.
mind that. I take the whip and I have my staff.
Hand me the whip. I give you the idol.
Yeah, I've
Okay.
shifted my weapons back to default.
All right. You are able to unlock it. Of course, you had a key, but you click it and you think you've unlocked it.
All right, Lomang, you open it because I need to have both of my weapons ready. We're gonna rush in,
Okay,
one after another.
I open the door. Oh no!
Oh
no! Oh, what did I do?
Oh no!
What?
Yeah, there you go.
What?
I see big things in the way.
Oh,
Don't worry about it. They're
no.
fine. Hold on.
Maybe they're friendly.
Or is that cloud kill
Few
you
thing
alright?
is going to happen.
Roll for combat.
I knew that was coming.
Is there at least
Now-
a modifier to initiative? I mean,
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay, because we
Yes.
never hear about that. That would actually be interesting.
You get modifiers. You're getting like +1, +2, but it doesn't matter because they're all in the bottom. As soon as the door opens up, you are hearing deafening music explode from this room. Everyone has to give me a
Fortitude.
let's see.
Will, maybe.
Please,
No,
fortitude.
probably fortitude.
I don't know what it is. I think it's fortitude. Hold on a second. Give me a
Might
second.
be will. We want fortitude, though.
Yes. So you hear deafening music exploding from this room. Give me a fortitude save. All of you. Dougie,
Critical
36,
success.
completely fine. Gomez, Lomang, Basil, Lomang, critical failure. Now you all have 1 hero point.
I'll spend my hero point.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I will too.
Wow. Gomez.
There, that's
okay.
better.
He's like, oh, I can hear again.
I'm saving mine.
Lomang is fine. Okay, Basil, you are deafened. So you can't...
I'm sorry, what?
Exactly, that's right. You're deafened. The music is so loud that you can't hear. By the way, you all will have to scream on top of your lungs to hear anyone because it's so loud. Let me explain what you see in this room. Dozens upon dozens of flayed, cured human hides and scalps are piled on every surface of this room and hang from innumerable chains attached to the ceiling. The odors of salt, lime, and sulfur combine to assault the senses, creating a truly nauseating effect. Adding to the horrific ambience of the chamber is the music, a warbling, pulsing dirge of an indiscriminable melody, which emanates at the deafening volume from a trumpet-sized device positioned on a small table near the room's center. A stairwell to the north leads downward through the forest of leather hides that makes it difficult to precisely locate the room's exits. So, throughout the room, there is dozens of hanging flesh hides from the ceiling. Anyone who's not next to you gets cover because it is difficult to see past the forest of flesh. Does everyone understand
That's
that?
hanging from the ceiling,
Yes.
or just along the edges, or
No,
is it like
the entire room
Oh, I
is
see.
covered.
It's like a slaughterhouse.
It is a slaughterhouse, but
Okay.
instead there are fresh hides.
or
And
an abattoir.
Yes, and in front of you, you see, skin stitches. You've seen these guys before. They're your buddies, your pals, your friends. And what do they want to do? Oh, they want to say hello because they go first.
We gotta get Codkill going.
No, they're undead. It's not going to work.
No,
So,
they're gonna end in
First
ants. We got
thing, the
swarms.
south one, right in front of Lomang. As soon as you open, it turns towards you and immediately attacks you with, shall you take the blade or the cudgel? I think we'll give you the cudgel. 24.
That's a miss.
That is a miss. And then he will try to strike you with the blade.
That's a miss.
24. And he'll try to strike you once more with the blade.
It's a lot of minuses.
Actually, no, he'll have to do the cudgel because he needs good reach. And that is a critical miss.
You dropped his cudgel.
They're attached to his arms. And he actually can't be disarmed. They're actually literally attached.
Wow.
The other skin stitch can't really see through.
Oh, wait, I get a reaction.
No,
No,
you
I
don't.
don't. No, I don't.
No, you
No, I
don't.
don't.
Now you go, Lomang. You're up.
Okay.
Now he's 10 feet
so-
away. So are you going to
I
wait
know.
in
Get
there?
in there. Get in there.
Oh,
I gotta get in there. And follow you in.
Yeah. All right, this is what I do.
Or you could delay till Gomez.
No, I'm not going to delay, but let me see. Hold on. Let me see my actions. 1, 2, 3.
God, our initiatives, we rolled 3, 3, 3, and then 10 for our initiatives. That was a wonderful surprise.
All right, there's not much I can
Well,
do.
Gomez is mumbling under his breath. Burn them. I'm going to burn them all.
Burn
I'm
them
going to burn them
all.
with all the
Go
fire
away.
that I have. I'm going to burn them. That's the only answer.
Yeah, you want to
Burn them.
delay. You want to delay. I'm delaying till after Gomez.
Oh, I do this. I move there,
yeah, he's moving in.
and I attack.
All right. Lomang is brave.
I am brave. All right, so no, it's just no crane strike. Actually, is it crane wing? I guess
you
it's
can't-
just crane strike. Crane
Well, you
wing.
can't. Well, you can't do those unless you're in crane stance. Otherwise, it's just a normal attack.
But it's the flurry is not stance dependent though.
True. That's true.
So I don't think it matters, right? Because
I don't think it does.
Yeah, I think it's the same roll.
That's fine.
That's a nice roll.
Holy moly! What
That's
did
a
you
crit.
roll? 37.
Yes.
Is that a crit?
That is a crit.
Oh!
Let me see. Are they immune to crit? No, they are not. Boom! Flesh goes flying in every direction. 28 points. Of
wow.
Nice. And here's my second attack.
And that's good damage too.
Yeah, it's 28.
Wow, look at that.
What happened?
2 crits in a row.
Wow.
28 points of damage.
Oh my god! All right, I did my part.
Well, that's only. Well, you moved and then two attacks.
2 attacks counts as 1 attack, flurry.
Right. So you still got 1 more action. Right. Oh my
Yeah,
god,
I
he's
go
running
there.
away. He's what a baby.
I gotta make
Dougie.
room. It's an in and out, in and out.
All right,
It's actually a
Dougie,
good
you're
move.
up.
I actually applaud your. That's a good move.
Because the problem is only one person can melee at a time, unless it.
Yeah, that's really a big problem. I'm going to wait. Let's see. We got
We kind of got a bottleneck though. Which is
Barna.
good.
Yeah, I think. God, do I want to? All right, I'm going to move.
Don't you have that move and attack?
Through
thing?
the winded.
Yeah, I can't go.
the
I
wounded
can't go
stitch
10
skin.
feet. Boy, that I
It is funny to see in the beginning, one skin stitch would like just knock you down and you barely were able to defeat it. And now there's 2 elite skin stitches in front of you and you're just tearing them to pieces.
Yeah, I'm going to move and do a normal attack with my rapier.
Okay. Rapier. 20. That is a bad attack. That misses.
I rolled a 2. God.
Why don't you roll a 2? Can't do
All
much
right,
about
so I'm
that.
going to do a skirmish strike
Mm-hmm.
with my rapier. That's a little better.
You hit. 12
Oh,
points of damage.
all right. And I'll
25. Not even that great of rolling. You still
end
hit.
by taking a 5-foot step back,
Okay.
setting up Lomeng.
Basil, you're up. You can't hear anything.
Okay, guys. So what I'm going to do is that joke would run out of steam real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and take out my Staff of Fire because if I remember correctly, these guys are susceptible to fire. At least the regular ones were.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, it's a free action, Expeditious Inspection, to make sure these are also susceptible to fire.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's actually a crafting check because these are made. Yes, you realize that, these are bigger, stronger, and a little beefier than their, buddies. But, yep, they're still weak to fire.
All right, and I'm going to cast Produce Flame.
Give him hot foot.
He does get a little bit of
Crit!
cover. He does get a little bit of cover. So, I don't know if that's
20! Take
I
it!
don't know.
Nat 20, don't matter.
I don't know. Should that count?
Of course, the damage dice, the actual damage dice sucked.
Well,
1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 1 plus 2.
wow, you rolled. That is terrible. 5d4, and you rolled 1, 1, 2,
It's
2,
26,
3.
though.
Oh, wait, it's D4.
It's
so
20.
it's not as terrible as I
It's
thought, but still.
26 plus weakness 5. So 31 points of damage. Oh, he doesn't like that. He starts screaming. Oh. You just hear muffled screams of
And
agony.
that is 3 actions for me.
Why is it 3? Oh, because you took out
Because
your
I
staff.
took out my staff. I had my
Right.
sword cane, so I had to take my staff out.
Gomez, you're up.
Now, this has never come up before because whenever I've used my signature spells quality that lets me cast spells on the fly heightened, I've always only used it for heal. But I get that for each spell level. The spell for 3rd level that I would apply that to is Fireball. And so I'm going to use, and you don't have it programmed in, but I'm casting a 5th level Fireball into that room.
Well, you have to. Well, no, it takes up one of your slots. It doesn't automatically.
Signature spell. You've learned to cast some of your spells more effectively. For each spell
Yeah, no, I know how
level
signature. Right. No,
you
I know
have
how
access
signature.
to,
Yes.
choose one spell of that level to be a signature spell. The 3rd level spell, that is my signature spell, is Fireball. You
Correct.
don't need to learn heightened versions of the signature spells separately. Instead, you can cast these heightened spells freely. I'm using a 5th level spot. I'm casting a 5th level Fireball into that room.
Yes, you can do that. That is fine.
So for each +1 of heightened is an additional 2d6.
Yes.
Wow.
So 3rd, 4th, so it would be +2. So it's a 10d6 Fireball.
If you give me a second, I can program it.
Please.
Yes, let's do it the right way. The swanky way. I just want to see what the fireball looks like.
Yeah, hold on. It doesn't take that long. You are not the first person to have a level fireball. It does take up your slot, though. That's what happens.
Yeah, I'm using a 5th level slot. It's the
Right.
same thing. It's the same thing as my 5th level heal.
Yeah,
It's like I'm 5th level healing them, except I'm fireballing them instead. Fire. It's the only answer. They must all die in fire. We have to burn them.
So normally your ability is 66, right? So it's going to be...
And at some point, you might as well put in a 4d6 fireball in there, too.
Okay, you can press that button. It's all you, baby. It'll work.
I don't have to refresh anything to see it.
Nope.
I don't see it on
Just
my...
press the button.
Oh, that's great.
Is there a 5? There
No,
should
just
be
3.
a 5.
The 3 button.
So I should just press the 3
Yes,
button.
yes.
Okay, here you go.
Wow, look at that. 3rd level fireball would have done 9 points of damage. That is...
Oh, what the
Now,
heck?
is that what you meant to do? Is that what you meant to do, Gomez? The 3rd level fireball, right?
No. I meant to do a 5th, like essentially the same thing as my spell.
I don't know. That
It'd be a
33
pistol
points of
fireball.
damage. You'd rather have 3 points.
No,
I mean,
no,
9 points
I
of
would
damage.
not
You
prefer
sure?
That's
I
a
don't know.
horrible roll.
I know, it's such a bad roll. You're
That
lucky
is
you did
3
pretty well.
ones and
I'm
3
mentally
twos.
unbalanced. I couldn't focus properly.
God, that is
so-
amazing.
I know. Mentally, that's almost
3
impossible.
ones and 3 twos. That was his roll.
On the 66, you did 9 points of damage.
Terrible.
It's almost impossible.
This program has got to. I
Oh,
mean, this is crazy.
The first one fails. Now they all have cover because they're in the sea of flesh, so they get a +2 up. But this guy,
Nice.
he also fails, and then
That's
finally
good.
the boss. What does she do? Wow! Did they all fail?
They all failed.
They rolled
Full
a
fire.
That's good to hear.
2, a 7, and a 8.
That means
Wow.
they're all on fire too, isn't it?
No, that's not how it works.
Awesome.
Okay, 1 dead. That one's
Does he
like
blow up?
gone. We're gonna find out. So that's 37 points of damage. The far one also catches on fire a little.
The gloves are
And-
off.
And now the assassin or whatever she is, let's see, what does she have? She has lots of things on her, but I'll do 33. And she also takes damage. So you hear screaming, sort of, because it's very loud.
It's not
in there.
enough. It's not enough. They're still alive.
Purify them with fire.
Gomez's eyes are lighting up with fire because he's going to cast another one, exactly that same level, into that room.
Do we get any pinata effect with that thing? I'm really worried about that pinata. I don't want
It
to swarm.
explodes, and inside is hay. And if there were any insects and vermin, it's all getting burnt up in the fire.
Good. Oh my
Nice.
god! Thank God.
The other skin stitch runs up, sees Dougie, cudgel to the face.
Of course.
24,
Misses.
23.
Misses.
Wow.
Lomang's up.
Wow.
I can't believe that.
You guys haven't
We
taken
haven't
a
taken
scratch.
any damage yet.
Nope.
I still don't have enough actions.
All
to
right, go. All right, Low man, get in
Am
there.
I
Let's
still
get some-
hasted?
No. In your mind, you're hasted. No.
Get
you're
in there,
not
Low man.
hasted.
Get in there, you big coward. Get in there.
All right,
Give
I
me
get in
flanking.
there.
No, all the way in. All the way in.
I am going to fireball that room.
I know. I'm going to do the hit and run. so I do.
If you,
I
if you,
know.
if you
I
don't
can
want me to
see-
fireball that room, you're going to have to
I can see the
jostle
devil
me
in your
'cause I'm on
eyes.
tilt.
I know. I'm seeing the tilt, and I'm like, you know what? It worked last time. Let's try again. Oh!
Oh, is that a?
Almost a crit.
Might be a crit. I
It's
think
a
it
crit.
is a crit.
It is
It's
a
a
crit.
crit.
Yeah.
It is a crit.
28 points of damage.
Dang.
The damage is weird. It's the same thing. All right, so let me. I've done 3 14s in a row. All right, let's try again.
I know. It's weird. And
Wait,
guess
again?
what? You did another 14.
This program has gotten
Crazy.
weird.
All right.
This is really weird.
And then I run back. The hit and run.
No, it's just because it's averaging out. You did a 4 and a 4, a 5 and a 3, a 5 and a 3. I mean, it's like it's like craps.
That is odd though. For 4
Yeah,
14s
that
in
is a
row.
little weird. That is
And
weird.
4
Dougie,
crits
you're
in a row.
up. I know. Well,
All right, so
don't-
I'm going to
don't count on
skirmish,
it.
strike up, 5-foot step, and attack.
I feel like I might be the kung fu master.
that is
Hit me.
just miss.
Oh, dang it. Okay, and then I'm going to do the... Let me try it with a main gosh. Oh, actually, no. I have to do the double slice.
You tell me.
Yeah, I'm worried about the fireballs. No, you know what? I'm just going to attack with a rapier.
That hits.
That's a hit.
14 points of damage.
And I'm moving over here. I'm done.
Uh-oh, it's Mobana's turn.
Obana. She walks out with her hands up, and in front of you, you see...
A grenade!
No, not a grenade. Okay, so you see a tiefling halfling who appears to have almost white skin, fangs, pointy ears, and just lots of weird blood sort of seeping around her yellow eyes. And she is covered in tools and is obviously a seamstress, and walks up with her hands up, and she seems to be mouthing the words that she surrenders.
Yeah, 'cause it's so loud, right?
Mm-hmm. Basil, you're up.
Well, of course I can't hear her, but would I understand that from... Would I understand... Well, I have lip reading.
Mm-hmm.
I took that as a skill, so I would know she surrendered.
Yes, I was waiting for you to figure out your own character.
Yes, that's right. I actually took that skill several levels ago because I figured it'd be good for investigations. So I say, we accept your surrender, but your abomination has to go. And I cast Produce Flame on the monster.
Okay.
I like it. Yep, you're absolutely right.
Yep, you hit it, and, well, I don't need to even put in the damage. All right, well, that's good. That's good.
Wow. Basil, do you have an action left?
I actually technically do.
Okay, all right, good. That's good. That's good because we could do this. We could do this bit of role play. Gomez is like, no, they must all die. They must all die. And you use that last action to like restrain me.
I grab Gomez and calm down. It's over. It's over.
Glad you had that action because I was going to blow up the room.
There's nothing left in the room. The room is like literally gone.
No, I mean that like that.
Oh,
that
with
Mobana,
you in it. Oh,
yeah,
yes.
no. We're all going down.
Think of your career, Gomez.
So, does anyone want to do anything else? She looks like she is literally surrendering. She's putting up her hands. She seems to be giving no resistance whatsoever.
Yeah, Dougie's gonna put her hands behind her back and get her with the manacles so she does restrained.
Since
All right.
Battle's already deaf, he's going to go and try to turn off the music, if that's still going. Or...
Oh, sure. Yeah, in the middle of the room, you actually see there is
A Victrola?
actually, it is...
A frog with a top hat?
Ha!
Everybody do the Michigan rag!
You're dating yourself.
Yeah, you see a gold frame wooden cube about 1 foot by 1 foot. A funnel-shaped trumpet protrudes from the top at an angle, and there's a large button on the side. What do you do?
Wow, I guess going back to our Dead Sons days, I push the button.
You push the button, and the music goes off.
What is that strange music box?
Now, as soon as you turn off the music, Mobamba seems to get very, very agitated. And she's like, turn it back on! Turn it back on!
You are in no position to make demands.
No music. No cooperation.
Oh.
Can it be quieter?
She's manacled, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Can I turn it back on, but then stuff like a scarf into it to maybe make it a little quieter?
We'll just pick it up and carry it. We can
Yeah,
march
you
our way
actually,
down the...
you definitely can. It's extremely light. Like, you pick it up, it's surprisingly light.
It's
and
magic.
you can tell that there's, like, rumbling, churning gears inside of it. And that makes it very, very heavy and impossible to carry while it's actually on, because it seems to, like, be extremely agitated when it's on. So it's going to be tricky. You can't seem to move it while it's on, Basil, but you could at least stuff it with like a shirt to make it quite not so deafening. But she seems to be very agitated without the
Then
music.
let's do that so we can kind of talk to her a little bit. I'll turn it back on, but then I'll put my scarf or a coat or something in there so it's a little bit quieter.
Okay, you do that, and she seems to calm down. As long as she can hear the music, she seems to be much better. She like closes her eyes. She even says, "Thank you."
I'm going to make an occultism or religion check to see to know the origin of that music. I know it's indiscernible, but
Meanwhile, I'm going to say the most cop thing ever. If you're reasonable with us, we're reasonable with you.
She looks at you and shrugs her shoulders and says, I'm as good as dead now anyhow, especially once you put me in jail. Just give me my music and I'll tell you what you want to know.
Oh, she's a reasonable woman. All right.
Now, you try to discern.
Can I intimidate her?
Thuggy. Yeah, you can try. Hold on. It sounds like a funeral dirge. Like, it sounds just really, really bizarre and weird. It's like what the kids are listening to. You know?
I'm going to ask her, what is this music about? What is this from?
Wait, can I intimidate her?
Sure.
Oh, all right.
She says, it calms me down.
I approach her and I say to her, you are going to tell us everything that we want to know, and you're going to hold nothing back, because if you don't, I am going to take the implements in that room and I'm going to break your eardrums, and you will never hear anything ever again.
Damn,
Gomez is going dark on us.
I know. I think it worked on me a little bit.
I'm intimidated.
Damn, that was good. Okay. Roll. Damn. Holy moly!
I like that the dice work with the performance.
They got scared a little. You scared the program. That's why your rolls are so bad. You gotta intimidate the program a little. She's like, no, not that. Not the silence. I'll tell you whatever you need to know. No silence.
Again. All right, so let's talk about this music. What's the source of this music? Why are you listening to this? What does it have? What effect does it have on you?
It calms me down, and then I don't have to hear the endless screaming. The screaming. I did not enjoy it as much as the Skinner did.
How did you come to work with the Skinner?
The Skinner and I, we met through our love of Norgerber, and she needed somebody with talents, a seamstress of skin, and I was happy to oblige.
Huh. So why didn't you like the screaming? It sounds like Norgerberg's people would be into that sort of thing.
I'm more into the art, the crafting of the creatures you burnt to crisps, the skin stitches and other abominations. I'm not so much into the torture. I just wanted the skins, the precious skins.
Come for the torture, stay for the skins. Norgaber.
What's down that staircase? There seems to be a whole bunch of stuff in the way. Is that true? Actually, just so I can understand what.
Yes, that's the meat locker. That's where we store the flesh, keep it cool until I'm ready to work with it.
Why did you say that you'd be killed in prison? Do you have specific enemies, or do you just think, as a worshiper of Norgaber, you might run into enemies?
Oh, the Skinner. She was part of a larger group known as the Twilight Four. I'm sure one of the other three will make sure that I come to a swift and quiet end.
Well, that's if the hangman's noose doesn't get you first. I mean, you've done some horrible stuff.
So you're saying there are three others who are... You're saying there are three others who are equals of the Skinner?
Oh, no, my good bird. The Skinner was a mere apprentice. The other three are masters at their craft. She was nothing, a mere pawn.
So the other three are worse.
Oof. Well, the Skinner is in custody now. She's alive, and, we took her.
What was the plan? What was it? Is it just to keep killing people? Was there going to be anything beyond that? I mean, sitting around and bathing in blood, probably the Skinner enjoyed that, but was there any larger goal?
I'm amused that the Skinner orchestrated murder sprees had a larger purpose. A serial murder, or an entire cult of them, on the loose looks bad for Absalon's organized police forces. Maybe the killings were an effort to sow discord amongst the citizens. I'm not exactly sure what the Skinner's motives were, but she sure hated cops.
And taxes.
Do you know the identity of any of the other of the Twilight Four? I'd have to ask. I mean, I realize she's probably not going to tell us, but...
I don't know anything about the 3 other powerful worshippers of Norgabur, who with the Skinner called themselves the Twilight Four. I know that they're worshippers of Norgabur, and that they did used to meet, and that the Skinner has changed her tactics recently to appease the other 3.
What do you mean change tactics? Like, what were the old tactics, and what did she change it to?
Well, originally she was just killing, capturing, torturing, building skin stitches, and worshipping Norgabur. But she started hoarding gold for some unknown purpose.
Did someone say gold?
And she was laundering the possessions of the cult's victims through the Copper Hand and another gang called the Washboard Dogs, based out of the docks. And interestingly, for most of the cult's existence, until very recently, the money laundered through these gangs wasn't going back into the cult's coffers. Instead, it was going to someone else, though I don't know who. The gold is gone.
All right, well...
So the bank robbery was part of these new tactics, then?
Yes. In fact, the Skinner provided the Copper Hands with the tools for their bank robbery. The powerful technology like the dig widget and the vault breaker ooze. I presume she got those from the other Twilight Four.
And where are they? Do we know? You may have answered this, I forget.
I know nothing of them.
Oh, we still have the Skinner. We might be able to talk to her.
Okay.
Are there any plans for revenge against the Copper Hand?
Oh, I know nothing of that. I just spent day after day creating my beautiful creations. My skin stitches, skin spiders, anything. I was just content on creating monstrosities and setting them off into the world.
Well, I'm ready to take her back.
We have other officers here. We're going to have to... We'll let you take your music with you, but we're going to turn you over to the Grey Cloaks.
We should pat her down, though. Make sure she doesn't carry any concealed weapons.
Yeah, or valuables.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll need to take your weapons and tools and anything else that could be used to harm.
Especially the valuable things.
Nothing matters anymore. I'll be dead in a day or two. Take what you want.
And the world will be a safer place.
Yes, it probably will. For a little while, at least.
All right, well, we
search
take her back.
thoroughly. Would she have anything good on her? Rings?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Let's see. +1 striking composites. Short bow. Elixirs. More elixirs. Potions. Leather armor. More things. More potions. +1 rapier. And the deafening music box. Don't forget that. And let's see. I could actually give that to Mr. Basil.
So at the risk of metagaming, should we try to cross off these last couple rooms rather than start?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, we're totally doing that.
There's no metagame. You got to finish it. There's only like 3 rooms left. So
Yeah.
It wouldn't even be metagaming. It's just like a thorough investigation. Like,
Yeah.
So you pat her down,
Good
and
police work.
yeah, she has, as I said, she has a magical composite short bow on her. She has a rapier, leather armor, tons of potions and poisons and potions and poisons, like a stunning amount on her. Actually, like this is going to take a while to go through. And the deafening music box, which Basil realizes is really freaking cool.
You know
and
what?
Quite unique.
Also, 500 gold piece of really cool. Sorry, I was supposed to appreciate the device more. But basically, it basically casts like a deafening spell in a 60-foot radius.
I do bet you that she does not have as many potions as Lomang is carrying right now.
Let's do a count. You have, I think, 29. She has 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, she has 15. So she's
Right.
half
Oh
as
my
many as
god!
you.
Wow.
Not even close.
Well, it was pretty close. You don't see people carrying around 15 potions
Don't see
very
people
often.
carrying 29 either.
That's
All
true.
right. Well, for the moment, let's escort Mobana back to the support team and have them take her into custody.
Yeah.
Okay.
And let's do these
Up
last
she
couple,
goes.
let's do these last couple rooms.
She
So this
seems
room is-
completely defeated, by the way. Like,
Yeah, we'll let her have her music or whatever if we stuff something in the horn so it's not so loud or whatever.
yeah, she seems to have totally given up all hope and knows she's dead. Anyhow, you got a few more rooms left.
Yeah, so this is this room that it was called the skinning room, and if you go up the stairs, it's called the
Downstairs.
I think that's downstairs.
Oh, it's
Yes,
downstairs.
So
The meat
as soon as you
locker.
go into
Meat
that
locker,
room, Dougie, you see dozens of hides hanging from the ceiling, and these are humanoid hides, and there's no way to not go through the room and touching them because they're hanging everywhere.
They should be pretty burnt up.
Yeah, well,
Fireballs.
they are to a point, but
Yeah,
they're not
okay.
like in this, like whatever.
What is this? Is this a ladder?
That's a ladder. Yeah, it's a ladder that goes up.
Oh.
Oh, does that go up to the room we were in up above? Remember?
Oh,
there was,
that's
like,
the
breakaway,
music.
breakaway
Yeah.
wall, and
Yeah, you think so? You
Yeah,
think-
go
I
on up,
believe
Little
so.
man.
if we busted through that wall, we would have come down in here.
Going up there, Lowing. Big coward.
Someone going up the ladder?
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay, you go up the ladder, and sure enough, it goes into a little alcove, and you can see there's like a little hole in the wall, and sure enough, you look in the hole, and that is exactly that room. It looks like she maybe went up there and spied on them. So it was
Wait,
a
up
little-
the. Oh, this is. Wait, where is this again?
Oh no, the ladder. This ladder here.
Oh, okay.
Remember
Oh,
this?
that's
The ladder I'm standing on right
Yeah,
now.
that went up
okay.
to the floor above and went to the little like dormitory area. Remember, there's that wall you wanted to break through.
Oh,
and
yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
break through. So it looks like she would go up there and do a little peep show and watch them.
Okay.
Meat locker.
This long stone chamber is so unnaturally cold that breath condensates in midair, and the air itself seems to swirl and refresh at a steady rate, despite no apparent means of ventilation. Filling the room is a gut-churning vision. The flayed hides of all kinds of people, humans especially, hang in various states of tanning from hooks all along a rack fastened to the ceiling, creating a maze of macabre leather and braided hair. The stench of chemicals is overwhelming. The fumes seem to be emanating from the various 4-foot-tall wooden and stone vats of assorted fluids that line the walls.
Ew.
Yuck. Oh, wow. We don't need. Yeah. I mean, Basil, if you want to look for valuables,
I'll
that's
look
too
around
gross.
for a little bit just to see if there's anything of interest, but
Is there a door on the west or east side of the room? It looks like there's something going on.
That is a wall.
And to the south, is that a door?
That little nook where Basil is in front of is a chute. There's a 5-foot-long angled chute along the southern wall, and it looks like this is where they would drop fresh skins from flayed victims down this chute, where Mobaba would hang, preserve, and tan them. And you can see a wooden board on the hallway side of the chute with a simple latch that could be opened up. So there you go. You can climb up the chute if you want, doggy.
No, I don't, I'm okay. That's
I'll climb up the chute.
Oh, really? Okay, you climb up the chute, and there you're on the other side. Hey, and there's Basil, too. You're both on the other side.
Oh,
You
nice.
climbed up the chute of Gore. Good job, guys.
Yeah, but it was refrigerated, so it's good.
Oh, yes. Anyhow, you can go back. Basil, you do recognize the ingredients in the containers if you want.
Oh, okay. What do I see?
You recognize milk of lime, ammonium sulfate for deliming, dung water for batting, vaults of salt and sulfuric acid for pickling, and a solution of concentrated redal leaves for tanning and softening the leather.
Okay.
It's an excellent workshop. If you wanted to make human hide leather,
If you wanted to make clothes out of human beings, this is the way you would do it.
wow.
Noted, because I may want to do that.
wow.
I guess the one room we have left on the map is listed as the vault.
I like the vault. I like the sound of it.
All right.
So I have to admit, this very possibly means we may have killed Gubbs.
All right. Well,
running
he
out-
might
we're
be in
running
the
out of
vault.
places to look for
You
Gubbs.
don't know. He might be in the vault.
If Gobbs is down here, he's guilty, so.
Boxes, bags, and stacks of coins from all over the inner sea region cover a lone stone table in the center of this long chamber. Shelves built into the underside of the table are likewise filled with valuable coinage. Dozens of stacks of expensive clothing lie clumsily folded on the floor like an afterthought, with bits of jewelry here and there showing that whoever organized this room did so with little care. Now, I have good news and I have bad news for you. The good news is that you found a ton of treasure. The bad news is that you know that all this treasure, just by looking at it, belonged to all the victims, and this has to be returned to the station so this can be given to the next of kin.
It's probably not very valuable anyway. These are
Gomez.
beggars. They were beggars.
Can you take care of those victims for us?
By the way, this was a very strong door. I forgot to mention it, but you had the key. I just say you open it. So
Right.
But yeah, it's a lot of junk. Like, you're looking around and sure it's treasure, but this is petty stuff. This is like the stuff you saw in Oliver. You know, it's like not worth much.
It's more like
Oh.
It's more valuable as personal effects.
Exactly.
Costume jewelry.
Yeah.
Button collection.
Yeah, there's a lot of it, but this is like really not worth that much, if anything. So
I'm going to search this nook. There's got to be a secret door. I
Gotta
mean, there's the thing right here, and there's a thing right here.
The real treasure room.
you find a secret door.
Ding!
Seriously?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I'm going
Absolutely,
to
secret door there.
search for traps. This is a big one. I can't believe it. There's not a single trap here.
There you go. Yep, no trap. You open up the door.
All right. Oh, it's a passage. Okay. It might not be a secret treasure room.
It's a passage, and it seems to go down to
Al Capone's vault?
the cold storage room. Dun, dun, dun.
Wow, that's the lamest secret door I've ever seen in my life.
That
And
is true.
I've seen a lot of secret doors, and that's the worst one ever.
That made
Hold
it
on.
worth.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Made it
I'm going to
worth
go
it.
here and search for secret doors.
Secret doors.
I disbelieve. There's got to be another
You're-
secret
you're
door
like,
on.
You guys are so upset that you're like banging on every single wall. You're like, this can't be it.
Like
This is it's just a hallway.
I mean,
This
they
is-
already have a chute that goes into another thing.
Yeah.
So why do they need 3 entrances into the refrigerator?
And this is really metagaming. Even though we're at the edge of the map, where the edge of the paper is, I'm searching that wall for secret doors because I do not believe
There's gotta be
this is-
another door. There's no
Gotta
more
be.
doors. There's
Gotta
no
be.
more doors. There's no more doors.
Someone must
You're
have
out of
looted the
doors.
treasure in here.
You're out of
already.
doors. The doors are
Well, all
done.
it seems like all their victims were poor. Like they were
Yeah.
all like low
Yeah.
class people.
Yeah, these are beggars. These are
Yeah,
Street people.
for an absolute
Street
fact
people.
that the people that were rounded up had little to no money.
It's
So
amazing there are any street people left, to be honest. Like, is there a part of the city that is just like Wow, there's no crime in this section
that's
of the
actually
city.
really.
Where'd they all go?
That's horrible. It's like over the next 5 years, a sudden spike in the homelessness situation that nobody previously anticipated will occur.
Wow. All right. Well,
I think we're done, right?
yeah, we done.
Where's this guy that we're supposed
Well, you guys are
you're
done.
done?
I'm not done. I'm
Oh
not.
no! Go
Oh,
on.
no.
You
Oh, no.
unstable.
Take all this treasure. I have to clean up. And I'm starting to go off to another room, and there's fire emanating from my hands.
it's something
from
he's
my
got to
eyes.
do. Let him do it. Let him
Purifying
do
with
it.
fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I'm producing flame and burning every inch of this thing, and like cleansing with fire until somebody drags me out.
You can summon a fire elemental too to help
That's
you.
true. I think I will.
You got the sphere. Fire.
That's
You
right,
don't
that
want to. You don't want to
sphere.
burn the evidence. Actually, Basil knows that. Maybe you should stop him.
I was
'cause,
going to say, yeah, we might want to leave this intact just in case there's evidence to be
It'll
so.
stop me and drag me out. Drag me
All
out.
right, anyways, let's go. We gotta go.
Oh, we got extra manacles for Gomez. We got to. He's the last victim of the dungeon.
We have to clean it. We have to cleanse it. We have to burn it away. We have to burn it away to make it as though it never was.
Gomez's sanity is the last victim of the dungeon. All right,
So-
so we exit.
You
We
exit.
pronounce it clean.
You pronounce it clean. You go upstairs. The Grey Cloaks, hearing that you have cleaned out the dungeon, give you a round of applause. They're shaking your hands, patting you on the back. You are, if they could, they would carry you because they're so proud of you. You've done an amazing, amazing job.
They
Incredible.
have plenty of stuff to carry.
It
They have
might
plenty
be
of stuff to
time
carry.
to talk about a promotion soon.
Yeah.
On the other hand, Basil is brooding and unsatisfied that we didn't find Gubbs and that we may have accidentally killed him.
I need a vacation.
Gubbs
and
might
therapy. I need therapy.
Well, Basil
Yeah.
figures out where Gubbs was
He
after
might
all
be
this.
one of the people that we rescued.
Well, no, I met outside the thing. I was since I was
Oh,
listening
he
to the
might
old
be
sh-
the orc.
since I was listening to the old shows. The Danicus guy warned us that if we run into him in battle, we might have to call his name and let him know we're here to help him.
Oops.
And so I'm feeling like
Actually,
we probably might have killed him.
You remember that he also said that he was brought to the screaming room, and you're now able to put two and two together. And that thing that was on the wall that was
Oh, it was him.
screaming,
Oh my God,
being
that was him.
converted into the excorium, the blood
Oh, the
thing.
one that was chained to the wall that wasn't attacking us. That was Gubbs.
That was Gubbs. Oh my God.
I mean, I feel better that the mystery's resolved. I feel bad that we couldn't do anything.
No. The mystery is so not resolved. Where were Gubbs' traps? I mean, what the heck?
There was
I've
that
never
wall
had
that
lore
fell on
of
us.
traps, and then, I mean, wow, that
Trap,
that's-
trap singular.
yeah.
They killed him before he can set them off.
I
He
guess
was,
so.
yeah, it was a red herring. Anyhow, you
All right.
go back to the precinct.
Sergeant Otto.
And you report back.
I think we outranked Sergeant Otto right now.
You report back to Lieutenant Lavarius,
Oh, okay.
and he commends you for following through with your ongoing case and making the city safer. And, of course, making the Edgewatch look good in the process. Lavarius looks you all over and is like, well, since the other Edgewatch officers have been able to hold down the Precipice Quarter without the aid of Red Squad, perhaps you should continue your investigation and check in with the district guards at the docks to learn more about the so-called washboard dogs.
Yeah, we're gonna clean up those dogs.
And of course, being able to capture the Sasperon and bring her in alive has drawn enormous acclaim from across the entire city. We, along with the Grey Cloaks, are going to make a spectacle of her. Such a prestigious murderer. I'm looking forward to sitting in on her trial.
Jeez. Wow, it's like talking to the NPCs in that dungeon. You are all bloodthirsty.
Yes,
Well.
but she deserves it.
Not normally, but someone of that ilk. We haven't had a mass murder like that in 20, 30 years. I
Yeah,
can't
which
even
I should say
remember.
not.
No idea. You have no idea the horrors. Ask Gomez.
Yeah.
It'll never be
He needs
enough.
counseling.
It'll never be enough. It doesn't matter what you do to them. It'll never be enough.
Yeah, these are like Sonny Bean numbers. Like they went through a lot of the citizens here. And we give him an idea of how many corpses we saw, so he has an idea of...
The
Geez.
problem is it's just the tip of the iceberg, right? I mean, oof.
Well, it's a pretty bloody iceberg, though. I mean, that's...
No, but on the other hand, he's got a point that there's the stuff that was already used for various other constructs that we wouldn't have even seen.
That just dozens and dozens and dozens of bodies. Like, this is...
It's like there's like several horror movie franchises worth of victims.
Yes, there were.
Yeah.
Well, I have one more surprise for you.
Ooh, we love surprises.
I got rent, and you can sit down and talk to her. You got 5 minutes. Make it count.
Oh, she's in the
interrogation room.
interrogation room. Well, this is where Gomez...
Let's do
gets
good
his
cop, crazy
intimidation
cop.
going. Yeah. Good cop, crazy cop.
Yep.
As you walk in, you see her. She is literally covered in chain. Like, they used every manacle and chain in the district, and there's 2 guards standing next to her, ready to pounce on her the second she does anything. She just looks at you all and just sort of gives a smirk. And she says, "At least you're not tax collectors."
That's really funny. All right, I'll just start approaching her. I'll start approaching her, mumbling. I don't think there's anything that we can do to you that would be enough. I don't think there, but I can try. I can try to do enough to you to make up for what you've done. I can do it. I can do it. Give me a few years, and maybe it'll be enough. And then somebody else better be like, you better
If
give me a
Gomez's
reason not to
hands
only-
start lighting up or sparking or anything, I'm going to grab him.
All right,
Yeah, Dougie's
I'm
gonna
gonna-
grab her.
I'm gonna-
That's not
and
the
I'm
way
gonna-
we do it.
I'm gonna hit her with the intimidation, and I got and as I say that, I'm putting on my scary mask and activating its power,
The mask of power.
a demon mask.
Dougie's going to say...
Everyone has another hero point for
Nice, giving her a nice
successfully-
turnabout is fair play with them and their mask, and now I'm gonna give her the same treatment with my mask.
Yeah.
Everyone has a hero point for successfully defeating. Finally. Oh my god!
I got a fucking 40. I got a 40.
You got a natural
40.
20 and a
Wow.
40. A 40.
40. That's
D&D
a
gods are
record.
really appreciating.
That's a
Well, that's
the
a
RP
40,
here.
but the mask is a plus, I believe. So
It
it's
is,
higher
it
than
is.
40.
It is higher than
41.
Nice.
41. That's rare. Once you're in the 40s, that's the rarefied air. That might be the first 40 that you've rolled. I've rolled a few, but I don't think I've rolled.
Well,
those.
you got like plus 30 in some of these.
Well,
freaking-
I'm
39.
I'm like, God. You're just like peons.
yeah.
She looks at you and she's like, "Make it quick, little man. I only got a few days to live."
She's crazy. She's obviously not intimidated.
She doesn't care about
No,
going
she's
to hell.
intimidated. She
Why
doesn't
does
care.
it? Why
Yeah,
does it?
that doesn't sound like intimidating.
She
Why
does
does it
look
pretty-
She's intimidated. This is her being intimidated.
That sounds what's the word when you're
Jaded.
defiant? That sounds
Yeah.
defiant. Not intimidating.
Well, believe it or not, that's her being intimidated.
She's not
All right.
afraid, but she's intimidated.
We
Why
want the
does it-
Twilight 4. That's where we want. We want the.
Okay,
what's the story
I
with
just
those
stop. I
guys?
just stop and stare at her with my devil mask, like looking deeply into her eyes with all the spite and malice of hell behind them, and I say, "Ask your questions. I can wait. I can wait."
Okay, the guards look at you and they say, 4 minutes.
Why does a fairly prolific killer all of a sudden need to start hoarding gold and robbing banks? We know it's not to pay your taxes.
To break free of my associates. I was gonna buy my way out.
The Twilight Four? Those associates?
Sure.
Who are the Twilight Four? What can you tell us about them?
They'll be killing me shortly. I'll never make it to trial. That I can tell you.
If even someone as formidable as you can be gotten by them, they must represent a significant danger. How about you give us some information, we can take a crack at them?
You have no idea. You don't stand a chance. None of you coppers stand a chance.
You say that, but you're the one sitting in chains right now.
Oh, please. Please. I was nothing to them. They just had me as amusement. I was just a pawn to them. They're gonna take you down, all of you. They're gonna take every copper down. When I die, I know that they will succeed where I failed.
Where are they?
I don't know. And even if I did, I wouldn't tell you. 3 minutes.
How about the washboard dogs instead? We know you worked with the Copper Hand. We've actually been dealing with them on our own. But what about these washboard dogs? Who have you been working with from them?
I would laundered the money through the Copper Hand and the washboard dogs. Plus, the washboard dogs, they were excellent at providing fresh meat, people to slay, and give over to the Dark Lord, to Norgaber.
And where are the washboard dogs?
Oh, you'll find them, or they'll find you. Please, you call yourselves coppers.
Did the
You know
washboard
where they are.
dogs know what you were going to do with them? Did they know?
Doesn't matter.
It matters to me. Did they know?
Don't know. I just gave them money, and they gave me bodies. Everybody won.
I think we should introduce her to Sharky. Say hello to my little friend.
Well, your friends will come to kill you. In how many days?
Don't know. Maybe you're here to kill me. I'm not gonna last much longer, I know that.
Yeah.
We're here to save this city, just like your husband and your son did when they defended it against the invasion. And we know they died doing it. But that's what we're here for. So if there's anything you can do, anything else you can give us to help us, we'd appreciate it. Going for the emotional dig, just in case.
2 minutes. She looks at you and says, I care nothing about this city, of you people, of anyone. All I care about is that I served Norgaber, gave him hundreds of bodies, filled my pool with blood, and when I die, I'll be by his side, where I can continue my dark work.
I tire of this. I am not going to interrogate her anymore. I'm getting out of here.
Okay, I'm gonna pull another RP move, and Gomez takes the mask off of his face, and his expression has changed. Did you say maybe I'm here to kill you? Maybe I'm here to kill you? Maybe I am doing Norgorber's will? No. I'm not like you. I'm not like you. And he kind of tears up a little bit and turns away, and he realizes that his spirit of vengeance was taking him down exactly that dark path that could that ends up in creatures like this, and he was doing that he who fights dragons becomes a dragon thing, because he was planning on torturing her more horribly than they tortured anyone, and that breaks him out of his fugue and
Fugue state.
his fugue state, and he's like, no, the law will take care of you, and if your own people take care of you first, all the better.
She looks at you and laughs and's like, all the sooner when I can see my lord. I look forward to the day. The guards say 1 minute.
And Gomez walks out, like totally deaf to her. He didn't even hear a word she said.
Dougie is the angry cop during the interrogation when other cops are trying to sympathize with the try to get information out. He's like, just a worm. I'm not gonna put up with this. I'm not gonna try to relate to this. This is horrible. So he's out of here.
And Gomez runs up and stops Dougie and holds his arm and says, Doug, no, it's okay. We know what we need to know. We know that we have to go after that other gang, the gang that was supplying them, and we have to arrest them. That's our job. That's our direction. We know everything we need to know.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
To not kill them all. That's good.
Yeah.
Turn to corner.
Basil pulls out his sword cane, shows it to her, says, Hendred Pratchett thought being a servant of Norgerber gave him all sorts of powers, and he's sitting inside No Cricelli right now. And look at where you are now. And then he just walks out.
Lomang was last man standing.
Yep. Lomang's like, oh, all right. Justice will be served.
I just want to slap the smug off her.
And Norgorber doesn't exist. That's not a real thing. Bye.
Oh!
Oh, that's good.
That's just evil, man.
I was gonna show her that statue's decapitated head, but she doesn't care.
Oh, yeah.
She's crazy. She's a crazy person.
She now is resigned to her fate.
We can't stoop to her level and think that we can reason with that.
That's right. That is right.
So she just gives you that super evil smile, like where her eyes are just sort of like looking over the top of her head, and she's just smiling at you. Pure evil.
She's
Doesn't care.
Anthony Perkins right now.
If they need me to testify, I of course will.
They'll say I'm not even going to hurt a fly.
All right, so you manage to rest up. You find out that the other people you rescued all had the very similar story, that they were walking through dangerous areas of the docks district before they were ambushed and beaten and then taken there. Hence, that is your next assignment, is to go to the docks area, find out who these washboard dogs are, and, well, continue their investigation as to what they were doing and why they were capturing people and giving it to rent. And here's another Eyes on Absalom next morning. Dun, 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 dun. Murder cult unearthed, escorting the survivors to safety. And then you see pictures of the skin-saw butcher, the cultist masks, and the seamstress of flesh.
I would begin to think that newsprint is going to convince people to leave Absalom.
No, if anything, this is showing how effective the watch is at capturing and finding such villainous people. But
Yeah,
yes,
I guess.
once
Oh,
again,
that's awesome.
you're in the rag. That is in handouts, by the way.
I like it.
Oh, is
That's
it?
awesome.
Oh.
Yeah, look at
That's one copper extremely well spent.
Yeah, look at that. There's little pictures of you, and look, there's like they're being escorted out of the tomb, and you see a picture of her, and then the cultist
That's
mask.
excellent.
I mean, and then even the seamstress, and they did pretty good likenesses. Look, they even got the pool of blood and the people hanging from the hooks. They really knew their stuff.
That's really
Yeah, we
good.
gave him good descriptions.
And with that, you have finished Book 2, 60 Feet Under. Finally. You finally have finished the long book. The
That's
long
good.
dungeon.
Book 3 next.
And
time.
now
At the
book
same
3.
time, it's just like, I hated her so much I can't even be happy.
I know. That was a very bitter ending.
Really?
Well, you can watch her Dance of Death.
I can't believe you guys hated her. That means I did my job.
Well, I came full circle. I came full circle, and now it's like I'm completely neutral. It's like I don't actually pity her because she is crazy. She's beyond the moral event horizon. But there's no more hate in Gomez for them. It's all business now.
That's good.
I was
It's just mechanical.
going for the try to provoke her to get angry and say something she shouldn't say, but that didn't seem to work at all.
Focus on the job, Gomez. Focus on the job.
Exactly. It's 100%. It's all about the job.
Well, if I was able to get
The role
this
in this
much,
is not to pass judgment.
if I was able to get this much emotional depth out of you, I must be doing a pretty good job as GM.
Yeah, totally.
Yep.
Yeah, this is good. This is,
Yeah.
I told you, it's a very good adventure. It's very dark. A lot of people have problems with it, but I'm like, I know our guys won't have problems with
No
it.
problem. Darker the better. We need the
Yeah.
darkest that we
This
can
is-
get.
yeah,
to.
this is-
Sauce for the goose.
This
Mr.
is
Sly.
like-
Yeah, but this is really dark. I mean, you can see it's like, ugh, even I'm reading these descriptions.
And we're only on
man,
book 2. We still
I
got
know,
more.
you're only on book 2. It gets way worse. It's like, it just gets worse. And remember the first one? You thought the murder hotel was bad? And then you go here, and this is worse than the murder hotel.
Oh yeah, this is like
I know, they cut out all the fancy artistry and just straight up skinned people and turned them into monstrosity. At least the hotel, they were like, doing fancy things.
It is really horrible that they do it. That they do it surgically. It's like if you turn somebody into an undead, they're not really themselves anymore, right? These creatures, man, it's like it's still them. It's still them, and they've been turned into a monster. Like the vein creatures. What they did? What was that? What was that guy's name? What was that guy's name?
Gubbs,
Gubbs.
yeah,
Like
the
Gubbs.
ex-Coriant,
The fate
or
of
whatever the
Gubbs.
hell they were.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty grim.
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna go have some nightmares.
We're level 10 now, right?
No.
Level 10.
No. You're still level 9. You just turned level 9 now. I mean, it's like
I know. I'm
the way they
joking.
did it is this is one of those where your leveling will slow down because think about it. You went from level 1 to level 9 in 2 books, and there's still 4 left. So it's going to slow down.
And there's only 11 levels left.
Right, and there's only level 11s left. So level 11 left. Yeah, it's hard to say. You do make it to level 20, but it will slow down now because it's like what is it, level 1 through 4 and then 5 through 9, but then it's like I think it's like 9 to 12 and then 12 to like 15 to 17 and 17 to 20. So that's how it's going to go. So, I mean, so far so good. Level 9 seems to be just, so far, from what I know, everyone who's played this, is that the power levels stay consistent, even at higher levels, because you have a lot more you can do, but there's a lot more they can do. Like, as powerful as you get, they are too.
Yeah.
And not to an unbalanced extent. It's just like, you just have a lot more options. Like, you just have so many options, but also naturally they will fall off. Like some of the stuff you had at the earlier levels, you just won't use anymore. Like there's no point to it. But then you use the new stuff, and it's so far. I've been playing. I haven't seen a dip yet. Like it doesn't seem to naturally break yet. So yeah, this adventure path. This one's interesting. People had problems with this. It is unbalanced in places like this, especially the Tyrokees, the guy you killed. Everyone gets TPK'd. Like everyone complains about him. Everyone.
Wait, which one was it?
The Eldritch horror thing that had the captain inside.
Oh, right. Well,
because it's immune to everything. You got incredibly lucky.
We avoided. Like we left.
Well,
it.
when
you kind of told. Yeah, it's like you did a good thing, and I bet what happens is they encounter it initially and try to kill it.
Of course,
because you right, exactly, and you were just flat out. You were just flat out. This thing is too high a level for you right now, and sometimes you just have to do that. So like because the way these are set up, you're used to the pattern of encounter. It's balanced, and so it's a fight. And anything that it's so big and powerful is just sort of window dressing. Like there's an implicit like metagame understanding that if it is an encounter in a dungeon, it's balanced for your level, and you do need to sometimes just say, no, this one isn't. This isn't about that. This is something else.
Yeah, it should have something that stops players from doing that too early, because there's like an implicit promise that hey, this is balanced.
Not really.
Well, having low man lose like 2/3 of his hit points in one hit was pretty much what convinced us.
I gotta tell you, even that, you actually have to be just a little bit explicit about it. Because that'll happen. It's like you'll get beat, and you don't know what the
It's
stats are.
happened to Dougie a million times.
It was more the fact that it was like plus 20 something on the die, and it's like so it basically was always going to hit.
Well, that's the thing. It's like that's why everyone dies, and I've actually had this discussion with endless people because what happens is I've seen there's so many articles of people dying in Pathfinder 2nd, like TPKs left and right, and I'm like, let me guess, you go in and then you fight until everyone drops. And they're like, yeah. I'm like, well, guess what? That's why you keep dying. It's like if anyone should appreciate it, Seth should, because they go by the old. Yeah, they do the old.
It's like that's why it's like I see both sides of it. It's like I've run stuff. You guys know, like I've run stuff like that where you guys get your asses kicked left and right, and it's specifically I'm getting pissed because it's specifically. That is not something you're supposed to fight right now. Like that is supposed to be the difficult thing that you go and you level up and you come back, or like you go around.
But it takes a very, very, very light touch to make sure you guys don't die, and it just sends you a message. It's like, and I'm sure these other GMs who have been doing this for like 2 or 3 years don't know how to do that, and then they just beat the shit out of their PCs.
Or it just takes like a flat out. You have to dispel. You have to dispel the background subconscious metagaming about it being an encounter, with just some flat out information. This thing is
Correct.
This thing is
it needs
like,
that. There
and
needs
like
to
you
be a
guys
system
are
for
5th
that.
level. This
Yes.
is an 8th level encounter. Realize that.
Yeah.
Even EverQuest had that.
Yeah, and that's
Kind of
why I don't
monster.
think.
I mean-
Yeah, I actually don't think it's. And plus, the fact that Basil has that ability, I can just say, "Oh, Basil realizes that's a CR9 monster, and you're level 5. You will die."
Exactly,
It's like,
yeah,
that
yeah.
is the end of the That is the end of the discussion. Do what you want with this, and then you leave. I mean, that's what you do. You leave, and a lot of these people don't leave. I've had this discussion. I'm like, yeah, you guys realize you're not going to survive every encounter. You have to realize that.
And the big irony of that is the game was originally completely structured the opposit way. Like the game
I know.
originally
It was so much harder.
it was like insta death traps. It was sandbox, like true sandbox. Like if you want, like there is something there that you are completely insufficient and underpowered to fight, and it's there, and you can encounter it. You know, like it was completely structured the opposite way.
You've been listening to Roll for Combat, Agents of Edgewatch. If you have a question or comment for the show, please visit us at rollforcombat.com. You can also find us and play various games on our Discord channel at discord.rollforcombat.com.